Hello guys, so as I said, I'm going to do a little review on the bivvy. It's only going to be brief. It's a Maison White bivvy. It's 130 centimeters tall, and at its longest point it's 210 centimeters in length. So we'll get that out and we'll go from there. It comes with a little ground sheet that goes inside. So you can put that inside, so if there's muddy or a bit wet, you can put that down inside. Comes with the bivvy itself. Comes with pegs as well, so I just open them up. You can actually use this, I actually use this myself when I'm in the garden, but because I have artificial grass, instead of using the pegs, I put bricks down to hold it in place. So it just comes with some little pegs. They're okay, not the best of quality, but they are okay for the job. It comes with 3 poles. There's one long one that goes from across the side, and then there's 2 others that go from front to back. So here are the poles in different sizes. The 2 that go from front to back, they actually have 2 bits on the end with little grooves. So I'll just sort them out for you a second. So it comes with a little groove like that, and that actually goes to the front of the tent. And as you can see, find this the next bit, it's just said, so that's the second one. As you can see, there's 2 there. So that's the second one as well. So I'm going to start to put it up and we'll go from there. It's up now, as I was saying earlier in the video. The little ones with the grooves.
Can you point to it?
Just there. This is the groove. These are for the front. So I'll put them to the side for the minute because we're not going to use them. That's the second one. Now on the one that goes all the way across the side, as you see, there's no grooves on them. So it's like that. Alright. So we'll let it aside. And it is freestanding because it comes with little pegs like this. Well, not little pegs, but that's where the poles go into. So it comes like that, so it is freestanding as well. And all these do, when you want to push them in, you just pull the poles round and you just slot them into place, just like that. And it comes up like that. So when you're doing this, you do these on the outside, not on the inside. I want to make sure I get this going right. So these are the backs, because the door's at the front, just like that. And these are the back ones. So this will go from the back to the front, the ones with the grooves, and this one is for your centerpiece, like that. So all you do, you carefully push it through.
When you
making sure
assemble it, or is it important to have the door closed or open? Zip shut.
Open. I think open is the best way to have it open.
Okay.
The reason for that is when you want to push the tent up, there's more space for it to be able to move about than having it closed.
All right.
Yeah. So you all do is push it in through the side like that, and just be careful to make sure that you don't rip it as you're putting it through.
Oh yeah, you can rip the fabric.
You can rip the fabric. And you've got the little tie bits like that, so make sure they're pulled back out the way because you tie them together at the end. and push it through. Once you know what you're doing, you can put these up pretty quick. I'm going to take my time today just to make sure that we can get it in the video. As I was saying with the pin bits, like that. Push them into the end like that, and that holds it up in place for you. The reason we were saying about the door being open is because obviously when you want to lift it, it lifts out like that into place, and then there's more room to put it in the back. Because it is a little bit tight when you want to do this, the second part into place like that. Take the next one. This is one of the ones that go from back to front. As you can see with the grooves.
It's like a beveled end, isn't it?
Yeah. So make sure when you always do this one goes in first. So you go from the back.
So the beveled end goes into the back, yeah?
Yeah. So just push that one down just a second. So you get the bevel, as Dad calls it, the bevel. Get that part, and you push it through. Now these go side to side, so you don't put it dead straight. So it goes from one side like that, and it goes into this one there, on the other side.
They cross over?
They cross over, yeah. And then as they cross over, on the actual door, you get a little cubby hole like this, like a little, I don't know what to call it.
An eye, I guess.
Yeah, like a little eye. And then all that does is sitting like that. And then that also has a little silver pin on the back, just like that. Push it through. That's it, it slides in like that. So again, we've got the bevel. Put it through the last one. When you're doing this one, you have to be careful because the tent does get tighter. Push it through, making sure that it doesn't rip. And again, don't forget to put it through the crossover on the other one. And you push that through. And you put it into a little eye hook on the other side.
Eye latch, yeah.
Yeah, put it there. When you're doing this next part, the silver pins, it does become extremely tight, so it can be difficult to push it through. So you just take the pin, and then you push it through, like that. You've got little bits then that come out to the side for the rain. On these bits, this is the bits that I normally pull it down. If I put bricks down, I put two either side, one there, and then I do the back. So on the back there'll be one there and one there, so one there, one there. And I also do the same on this bit, one here and one here. I usually do that when it's up in the garden because of the artificial grass. This is the door, and all that does with the door, you can zip it up if you wish to zip it up, and it does come with two polystyrene windows to give you some light if you wish to have them, like that. And then that end comes out as well. And then we'll just open it up now so you can see inside, and then we'll have a walk around for you to see it outside. But before you do that, always make sure that you've got the string. This is the string. Just tie them together. So you push the top one down and then just tie them together however you want to tie them. I normally just up and under and then under again, just like that, and that holds it in place. And then what you do then with the pegs, so you just get your pegs You've got guidelines as well, and all you do is push them in.
Did you need to turn it the other way?
No, it's alright, you're doing it, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, just push them down in. All the way around. Like that. And it comes with guidelines as well. Just pull the end out and adjust it to how you want it to be. What I do suggest, if you're going proper fishing, you can actually buy some luminous guidelines so it could be seen in the dark, because these are black, so I would suggest investing in some of those to get the luminous ones. And then put the peg in, pull it in sideways like that, and push it down in place. And do the same on the other side. Like that, and it just holds it in place for you. That's it. And then I'll open up the door, and then guys can see inside. And then what we'll do then, we'll then put the ground mat down. So the door, you just fold the door up. And then there's a little loop, and you just push those in like that, and it holds the door in place. And if I'll show you inside, you can see there's quite a lot of room inside. Fantastic for 1 or 2 men. And then you put the ground sheet down. So with the ground sheet, it comes 2 different sizes each side. And it comes with little hooks like this, and you can put them into the silver pins. That's it. And you get a little bit, so these little latches, I've just remembered now, sorry about that. These little latches, these are the bits that go to the front. So you've got yourself a little place if you want to put your shoes when you're sat inside. And then they link up. Like that. I'm going to put a chair in there and sit in there so you guys get an idea of the size of the chair.
To be honest, I would say there's at least enough room there for 2 chairs easily.
Yeah. We'll have a look. The only trouble with that is your headroom, especially for me. Now I'm 5'10". So with a chair inside, like that. If we go to the side, either side, you will have your head on the canvas, so you need to be careful of that if there's 2 of you. But without the chair, if you're just sitting on a small stool, I don't have a small stool with me, but if you're sitting on a small stool, you can get 2 people in here easily. Like that.
So, in an emergency situation, there is actually enough room for you to curl up in there for a night if you needed to then.
Yeah, I can lie down in it. If it's for yourself and it's only you, like I said, I'm 5'10", and lying down on your side, you can get in here quite easily.
Yeah, I do.
For emergency situation or for a picnic for your kids, to keep them out the wind, it's fantastic. If you do get some rain, it actually has a 1000 hydrostatic head on it, so it does protect you from the rain. I've used this many times in the garden even before I started doing YouTube videos. I find it's always kept me bone dry.
1,000 static head, that's 1,000 millimeters of water pressure, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you could basically put water up on that 1 meter deep and it would still hold it at bay.
It still hold it for you.
So it's more than adequate.
And then with the last 2 pegs that we got, we put them into the door. So you can hold the door out in place as well. So we'll give you a little walk around in a second. So you get to see what it's really like. So I've also got some extra poles for the door. These come separately, you have to buy these yourself. They don't come with the tent. Exactly the same way as the poles go in. So you can give yourself like a little shelter, basically, extended shelter.
Oh, like a canopy, yeah.
Like a canopy, that's it. Yeah. I'm not the best at putting these canopy things up, so please bear with me. So I just twist them around. Then you can have the canopy up, like that.
Well, it extends it by almost a meter.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Tangled up. But to be honest, for everything, for fishing, for day camping, for going on the beach to keep the kids out of the wind, it's a great little thing to use.
Even as an emergency stopover.
Yeah. Even if you've got this and you get stuck somewhere, it's even good for that, to be honest. Just for one night, it's great. It is only single skin, but I don't think really it's a massive issue.
I'm guessing I would say this extends your cooking area by at least 1.5 meters.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't cook inside it, because if you do, it's going to cause a lot of condensation. So always make sure that you're cooking on the outside of it, because otherwise it does cause a lot of condensation.
Where would you recommend you would purchase something like this?
What I would do for that, I'll put a link in the description of where I purchased it from.
Okay.
For this I paid, I can't remember now. I did check this morning the price, and it was at between 30 and 40 pounds. I don't want to give an exact figure because it depends where you want to purchase it from.
And of course prices do tend to change, don't they?
They do tend to change, so I don't want to give an exact price, but between
especially at different times
pounds.
of the year, I guess.
Yeah. So, but for myself, I find it's fantastic for what I need it for, to be honest. I think if you're one man on your own and you're going fishing with it, great. It's a really great little tent.
Definitely recommend it then.
Yeah. Yeah. But as I said, don't forget that these poles came separately. They didn't come with the tent, so you have to get them separately. I think I bought them at 130 meters as well. I think the same height as a tent. And we'll just give you a little walk around and show you what it's like.
So just to recap, the bivvy doesn't actually come with the poles that support the door canopy. It does come with pegs though, and some guy ropes.
During the when it is raining, what I always do, I have cooked with it many times. When it is raining, I do put the door up, and I haven't found it been an issue. But I don't use it on the chair. I always sit down on the ground when I'm cooking, like this. So I'd always sit on the ground at the front of the door, and then my cooker would be sat here, and then it's fun. It's great for it. Even if it's raining, you can still sit out, enjoy yourself, enjoy the surroundings, get the feel of the wilderness.
Being outdoors,
you can still cook as well.
Yeah, you get the feel of being outdoors and be able to relax. It's nice.
That's it. Yeah.
And if you had a couple of young children, even when you sat there, if it was raining, you would have plenty of room in there behind you for a couple of toddlers to sit and do some colouring or whatever.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Lots
of space inside.
Yeah.
Lots of space inside as well. So that's my review of the Maison and White Fishing Bivvy. Thank you very much.